right now. Speaking of right now, the Lopes pregame show continues from GCU Arena as the GCU Lopes look to extend their winning streak to begin the season to a perfect 4-0, riding a big win here just a few nights ago. Your team's riding high, Coach.
Yeah, we're doing all right. Playing hard. Defensively, we've been really good. I like to be a little bit more consistent offensively, especially in the turnover category, but that's a work in progress. But our guys give a lot of effort. They play extremely hard.
Yep, the turnovers we talked about in the last pregame show, and then the numbers were a little bit high against Little Rock as well.
Yeah, too many careless passes, and probably 3 or 4, maybe even 4 or 5 of them are through offensive screens. They're not getting set. But we did a good job of moving the basketball. I think we had 20 assists moving the ball. Josh came out, was unbelievable, making his first 8 shots. Shaq came in, gave a great effort, but just moving the ball, did a good job kind of spreading around. But it all starts with our defense. And then, if our defense gets going, we get out on breaks, we're able to score. But, 11, 12 guys, the guys who are playing are coming in, being very aggressive, moving the ball, drive and taking it. But defensively, really, really good. I mean, I'm very impressed, and we got to continue to do that throughout the whole season.
Well, let's circle back to talk a little bit about Josh. You say he hit the first 8 shots, 5 of them 3-pointers. He was on fire against Little Rock, leading the way.
Yeah, Josh has been great his whole career, but he got it off a little flare screen there, and once he starts hitting that 3 ball, it's really hard for him to guard. And against the best, we kept the floor spread, and our guys find him. They do a great job. They know Josh is a big part of our offense, and they find him. Josh does a terrific job of moving the basketball. He made some really good drive, putting the ball on the floor, getting the basket, getting fouled. So just another great game by Josh.
The rumor has it you had a 3-point contest with Josh maybe his freshman year. Rumor has it you did win, but is there going to be a rematch at all before Josh leaves GCU?
Anytime he wants. Like I said, the problem is I've never lost to any player that we've had. So
Ever? And how many times have you done?
Ever.
Really?
As many as they want.
Wow.
I mean, Josh is an extraordinary shooter, but I did play in the league.
You did play in the league.
I can shoot too.
In the league.
Josh, you're really good, but I did play 14 years in the NBA.
Well, that'd be great to see.
You act like you're surprised. Like, I'm shooting.
No, I'm not. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised in the league. Hey, let's talk about the freshmen. Are you surprised at all at how they're playing right now?
I'm surprised at how bad. No, they're doing fine. I'm going to stick with them. Roberts has just got to continue to play. Physicality's really gotten to him. Really nice drive here. I like to see that. Defensively, he's been good. He really understands our concepts. He moves his feet. Does a good. Ollie played a good second half. He's got to take his time down there in the post. He's got good moves around there. But I'm not really upset or concerned about both those guys. And Damari's going to be fine. Damari hasn't got any playing time because Shaq's playing well, but Damari's going to be good too. So I'm going to stick with those two bigger freshmen. They're going to play a lot, and Damari may play too. Who knows?
Well, you mentioned Shaq Carr. He got some minutes. Got 6 points in the last game.
Shaq came in and did really well. He's got to take care of the basketball. Such a good athlete. He's a good passer. As you can see there, he made a really good pass when we drove baseline. And this is it right here. We found Josh when he's double teamed. So if Shaq takes care of the basketball, he gets to the basket, he can make layups. This is what he's got to do. He can't get to the basket. He's just got to concentrate and make his layups. And defensively, he's got to really guard his guys. So Shaq being a senior, he's been here for 2 years now. We expect a lot out of him.
You play Norfolk State. The Spartans come in. They've out-rebounded their opponents, but they come in 0-3 on the year.
Yeah, another team that we're going to see multiple defenses. They play a 2-3, a 3-2. They're going to press. They play man. They shoot a lot of threes. They didn't shoot a lot of threes against San Diego, but they shot some before that. They get to the free throw line a lot. They're going to try to break us down and drive. So we're going to have to do a good job of guarding our guys without fouling them. And I expect another tough game. I mean, we have to come out here and play well. This is a team that's hungry for a win.
Thanksgiving's coming up. You got your big Turkey Day plans. Of course, Detroit riding a 3-game winning streak, taking on my red-hot Vikings.
That's going to be big. Lions have got a little bit of a streak. We're always looking to get in the playoffs. I'm always nervous. If you're a Lions fan, you're always nervous.
Skull Vikings.
So I am going to lay on the couch, put my feet up, and watch the Vikings lose. I mean, the Lions win. The Lions will lose. I know, but I don't even think they will. Come on, I'm a Lions fan. They're always let you down. But I will watch them, and I'm a big Lions fan, so go Lions.
All right, well, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Thank you.
All right, our thanks to head coach Dan Marley for being our guest. The Lopes pregame show continues from GCU Arena. The guys on the GCU men's basketball team are pumped and excited for this week, not only about tonight's game against Norfolk State, but about Thanksgiving. We'll hear from the team about their Thanksgiving thoughts and what they like to eat on Turkey Day when the Lopes pregame show continues after this timeout.
Grand Canyon University's newly remodeled golf course is thriving in the heart of Phoenix, featuring over 7,200 yards of expansive tees and tree-lined fairways, signature par 3s, greenside bunkers, premium greens, and a brand new clubhouse and restaurant. Experience a University Championship golf course this summer with great rates as low as $15 available now. Book your tee times at gcugolf.com.
pregame show. You're dialed into your new Channel 4 right now, and we've got you zoned in on Division I men's college basketball. That's right, the Lopes in action tonight, hosting Norfolk State. And we know at home you're getting excited for just 3 days away. It is Thanksgiving. Already turkeys are flying off the shelves. Pies are being made in kitchens across America. We're talking about food, fun, family, friends. It's all about Thanksgiving. And although the Lopes this week will be prepping for San Diego on Saturday, they still will be taking a quick time out for the traditional feast.
The gravy boat, the candy yams, oh man, the turkey, but most of all, family. You know what I mean? I just love seeing my family, so I'm gonna have to say that one.
A lot of loving, caring people reach out to me, especially because we have me and Matt, especially from overseas. I think that's the coolest thing about it. Everyone's really friendly and caring and wants to see us experience this sort of holiday that we don't have back home.
I'd have to say just being with the family and friends and looking at the Black Friday sales.
I think it's just being thankful for everything you have. Whether you have a lot or a little, you take it with a grain of salt, and you're alive at the end of the day. So you be thankful for that, because a lot of people don't have much, don't have anything, or anyone. Really.
I love going to my uncles and just throwing the football around with everybody. That's my favorite part.
I'd say the best part of Thanksgiving is gathering around the family, having a big Thanksgiving meal. We usually have a traditional Thanksgiving meal, a big turkey, big honey baked ham, some sweet potatoes, mashed potatoes, the whole deal. So I think that's the big part. I think that and being around family, just being able to enjoy the holiday together.
Of course, turkey, macaroni, greens, stuffing, of course, and you got to end it with a sweet potato pie.
I wish it was mom's cooking a lamb roast, potatoes, beans, broccoli. That was what I would want, but I know over here it's all about turkey, so I'll take what I can get.
I like some stuffed turkey, with the mashed potatoes, some macaroni and cheese. I gotta have a gravy.
Well, last year I was at JB's house, so that was pretty good. There was a lot of turkey, a bunch of food I've never even tasted, but it was good. I have no idea what it was, but it was good.
Turkey, obviously. I have mashed potatoes or sweet potatoes. I think, to be honest, though, I like sweet potatoes better. Just like I like yams. Green bean casserole, corn casserole, bread. It's a lot of carbs.
Turkey, ham, stuffing, the mashed potatoes, the greens. I can go on and on and on. My family back home, we cook. We get down in the kitchen, especially when we come down to Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner.
I usually like to put turkey on like one of those rolls that we have and put some cranberry sauce on it. I think that's the big, the turkey special, and then put a little stuffing on it as well. To make like a Thanksgiving sandwich. So that's kind of my go-to. And if not during Thanksgiving, I'll have the leftovers the next day.
I look at it more like now as opposed to historically, so I just kind of look at it as a day to be grateful and just enjoy and kind of just, be thankful for your family and friends, obviously, and just many blessings of life.
Wasn't it like a pilgrim and a Native American? And I think they saw each other in a game of basketball, and the pilgrim checked it up, and the Native American hit him with like 5 pump fakes. And I think it was cool after the game, and they was like, hey, I'm hungry. Are you hungry? And the dude was like, yup, I'm hungry. So I'm gonna say that in a game of 5-on-5 for sure.
I mean, I think you always think of the pilgrims way back in the day. In history class, they've got the cute little pictures they put on. So that's the first thing that comes to mind when I think of Thanksgiving.
Families giving thanks to the pilgrims and the finders of America. That's my knowledge about that.
All right, so maybe the players are up to speed on the eating. That's for sure to Thanksgiving, but they might have to do a little research on the history behind the holiday. All right, well, we know you are locked into your view when the GCU Lopes are home playing basketball, but when they hit the road, the Fanatic on the radio dial is the place to be tuned in. Right after this, we will meet the men behind the mics. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
GCU's Division I men's basketball team is eligible for NCAA tournament play. Come be a part of the best show in basketball. Pick up your special 5-game holiday power pack for only $40, featuring the best seats in the house. Don't miss out as we face great opponents such as the University of San Diego Toreros on November 25th. Catch all the family-friendly excitement. Get your holiday power pack at LopesTickets.com. Our purpose, our season, our time. We are Lopes Rising.
Welcome back to the Lopes Pregame Show. We want to remind you while you're at home, you can still be a part of the fun here at GCU Arena, especially students who are home for the holidays. All you have to do is log on to Instagram or Twitter and tweet us using the hashtag LopesRising, and you could be a part of the broadcast tonight. You could see your tweet rolling on the bottom of the screen. Well, I'm Kate Longworth, and these guys are part of the broadcast each and every night out here at GCU Arena. Even when the Lopes hit the road, I'm talking about Michael Potter and Tom Kuiper. Thank you guys so much for joining with us. You guys are now calling all the action for 1580 AM, The Fanatic. But this is your second year partnership together. What has it been like just working in the last 2 years and kind of the transition you guys have done from last season to this season?
Well, I think it's been a lot of fun, but I think being on The Fanatic makes a big deal now because especially when people are driving home, they know where to tune into now. Before, we had to kind of change station, we had to let them know where to turn into when they were listening, because now it's a systematic thing all the time. They know exactly where to go, so now they can listen to us.
Yeah, you can hear it all throughout the valley, and we love it, especially when you guys are on the road and if we're not able to tune into us at home. But also, GCU has made quite the transition in the last year, and I imagine that's changed the job description a bit when you're talking about them being NCAA eligible.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's so exciting that they are NCAA eligible this year. I mean, you can feel it. It's palpable throughout the valley, throughout the arena, that this one really counts. They've all counted, but this one's pretty serious. You can feel it from the coaches all the way down to the players and into the stands with the fans.
Right, and you think the Havocs can't get any crazier, and they do seem to do that just each and every year. And you guys know what the excitement's like here at home and really the effect of the sixth man. But with the team starting off with such a home-heavy schedule, as a former player, how does that help the program?
It's a big deal. I'm telling you, when you get to sleep in your own bed, you get to be in your own environment, eat the same food, it's huge. And a lot of people kind of overlook that. They think it's just the crowd and playing against an arena that's full of opponents, but it's not the case. It's everything that you do on a daily basis makes a big deal. And then you get to wake up the same way, you get to eat the same food and go through your same routine. It makes a huge difference.
Yeah, athletes are certainly creatures of habit, so we know that can play into the game plan for sure. And meanwhile, you've been with this program since the Lopes made that transition to Division I action. How has the program grown over these past few years?
Well, it's been amazing. A lot of folks can see how it's grown when they come to the arena. They had to take the top off the arena to fit everybody in here. But really, Coach Marley's just done a phenomenal job. I mean, 81 wins in the transition period, 49 in the last 2 years. And you can see the team now, the depth he's got and the team that he's built. They're primed to be the top team in the WAC. That's what the coaches vote him. That's what the media vote him. And that's what everybody expects.
Yeah, it's a little bit different for the Lopes this year. Now they are at the top rather than trying to take down those teams ahead of them. But you know Dan Marley very well. You guys work a lot with him and have a history past with him. So when you look at what he has done for this program and just what he's like as a person, I know he demands perfection because it'll be a 20-point lead at halftime and he still has a very strict game plan to get to his players.
Yeah, well, he's a genius. He really is. He works the mismatches extremely well. When he's coaching, he's working the guys, and he does. Every detail is a big deal for him, and so he wants to make sure the guys are following and they have a lot of plays. And that's another thing about him as a coach. He's got a lot of offensive sets, and so the guys have to know what they're doing. But every time we've had to interact with him, he's been awesome. He comes in and does the post-game interview with us all the time, and he's a thrill to work with. I've worked with a lot of other head coaches, and I tell you, this is a blessing.
Yeah, truly a pro, and I know you mentioned earlier just about the Lopes being on top of the WAC coaches poll for the preseason. But when you look at the conference, right now the Lopes, you can tell they are getting ready for that conference action. They are taking these non-conference games very serious. So when they head into WAC play, what can we expect?
Well, I think it's going to be highly competitive. I mean, when we entered the WAC, it was really New Mexico State and everybody else, right? Now there's really 4 or 5 teams up at the top that want to knock off the Lopes as the preseason favorite. But they're going to have to get by Bakersfield. They're going to have to get by New Mexico State. Utah Valley, we saw them play very well against Kentucky, and they've got a great team. Mark Pope doing a great job up there. And then UTRGV's rolling up some points. So it's going to be, I think, a little top-heavy, but very competitive for the top 4 or 5.
Yeah, and Tom, you kind of touched on it earlier, but just that fans know now where they can find Lopes basketball with it being on the Fanatic, and they can put the dial on 1580 AM, 99.3 and 95.9 FM. But for both of you, you can kind of just jump in on this. What's it been like now that there's an excitement about the Valley, about Lopes basketball, and like you said, there's a staple for it. They know we're here on your view for TV. You guys got us covered on the road. What are you feeling now when you go out and about off the bubble of the campus of GCU Arena?
Yeah, I said it last year too. I think this is where it's happening. I've done lots of ASU games, U of A games. This is a place where it's happening. I'm telling you, the show is not necessarily what's happening on the floor, but up in the stands. And it's a blast, and people love it. And there's a lot of talk in the Valley about what's happening here with the Lopes.
I agree, and that's why we have to do our interviews sometimes a little early, because once the Havocs are in the house, it is hard to hear, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's amazing. You go out in the Valley, and I'm a graduate of GCU, and for years people would go, oh, GCU, never heard of it. Now you go anywhere with purple, I'm like, oh, GCU? I go there. My kid goes there. I used to go there. It's unbelievable.
Yes, you are right. The purple is everywhere, and the Lopes will be on fire tonight. At least that's what Dan Marley is hoping for. You can catch all the action right here on Your View, or if you're in a commute or going out to do some holiday shopping, you got to get that grocery list checked off. We'll make sure you're tuned in to these guys on The Fanatic. Michael Tom, thanks for joining us. You got a job to do, and so do I. So Lopes pregame show is coming your way right after this quick break. We talked a little bit about the WAC. Well, right after this, we're going to take you on a quick trip. Don't worry, you don't have to leave your couch. We're going to take you around the conference and see all the action. That'll be when we come back right after this.
GCU offers more than 200 innovative programs across 9 colleges, which now include cutting-edge next-generation programs in engineering, computer science, and information technology. Grand Canyon University, the quality of a private Christian education, the affordability of a state university. Visit gcu.edu.
Hello, Phoenix. This is Jerry Colangelo from Grand Canyon University. You can join the GCU community by enrolling as an evening student at our beautiful campus in the heart of Phoenix. Earn your bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree to take your career to the next level. Engage with industry expert instructors and get the support you need to excel. I look forward to seeing you on campus.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/.
City came out on top with hosting Manhattan 74-63, a final there. Utah Valley, they are in action tonight. It's just a couple minutes into that first half. We'll update that throughout the game. But congratulations to Jay Tolson from Gilbert, Arizona. He was named the WAC Player of the Week. Here's what's on the schedule for tonight. And if you're hungry for some college basketball tonight, or this week rather, leading into the Thanksgiving holiday, the WAC has you covered. And after you're in that food coma heading into the weekend, well, we've got you covered right here Saturday as GCU is back in action. All right, the Lopes, they're ready for tip-off, and so are we right here on Your View. Grab that quick snack, and we'll be right back. Barry and Scott, they've got the call for you. Sit back and enjoy some Lopes basketball. We're ready to feast on some college basketball leading up to the big holiday.
GCU is the university that never sleeps, moving at the speed of light. And now GCU is leading in the area of computer science and IT. With over 200 university degree programs across 9 colleges on campus and online, join the most inventive concept in education today. Fast track options available with courses in cybersecurity, cloud computing, and systems architecture. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/IT. At GCU, earning your degree online doesn't have to be without the college experience. To find your purpose, it takes support from those around you. GCU's leadership offers over 3 decades of experience in delivering real-world degree programs online. GCU's online class size averages less than 17 students with full-time faculty and student advisors. Find your purpose online at Grand Canyon University. Call us today at 855-428-7692.
As they play host to the Norfolk State Spartans. Hello and welcome to GCU Basketball here on Your View. Alongside 3-time NBA champion Scott Williams, I'm Barry Butel. Kim Longworth will be along in just a moment. Well, the Lopes are flying high. They're off to a 3-0 start. In impressive fashion, a 76-51 win over Little Rock.
Doing it with the D, Barry. They're absolutely a juggernaut defensively, really getting after teams, really forcing them into a tough situation on the floor. 4 shots from the field. Very lot of one-on-one play, very little team play. They were up 19 points in that half, but if they hadn't turned the ball over some unforced errors, could have 25.
How about Josh Braun and how he contributed right off the get-go? Hit his first 8 shots, 5 3-pointer.
He was absolutely impressive. Colonel Mustard in the library with a candlestick. He absolutely murdered the Trojans, whether it was the outside shot from behind the arc where he's 5 for 5, or taking it to the hole, getting a hoop and some harm.
Well, he was piling up the points, 29 in total, 9 of 11 from the field, 5 of 7 from the arc. But how about defensively, coming off the bench, providing that spark? He does it, he gives up his body every night, Jared Martin.
Yeah, my favorite part, this guy absolutely gets after it. Deflection steals, outside defense, diving on the floor, getting the knee burnt. And I love this one right here. I've been waiting for him to go off and throw one down.
Jared Martin, a big one in the game, 3 steals, 4 assists. The Norfolk State Spartans look for Mustadi to step up. He'll be probably coming off the bench. Mustadi Pitt is their freshman guard. We'll be keeping an eye on him.
Yeah, keep an eye on him from behind the arc. He's knocked down 7 of 13 threes. He's had 18 against Auburn. He had 25 against Lurchburg. He's really the offensive player that tries to get this team off to a fast start. They only had 16 against San Diego. Lopes would like to see him stay on that launch pad tonight, not let him get off quickly.
Leads the Spartans at just over 14 points per game. Let's get this game started. We'll send it over to the public address announcer Paul Denuser with our prayer and our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to Grand Canyon University Arena and tonight's men's basketball matchup between the Spartans of Norfolk State University and your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you all please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your caps as we begin this evening's competition with a word of prayer. Tonight's prayer is led by Pastor Tommy Barnett. Pastor Barnett is the founder of Phoenix Dream Center.
Let us bow our heads for prayer. Our wonderful Heavenly Father, at this Thanksgiving season, we're reminded by the great psalmist who said, "Give praise to the Lord, for He is good, and His mercy endures forever." You are a good God, and we are so grateful for your blessings upon this great nation. And indeed, at this season of Thanksgiving, we want to give praise and thanks to a wonderful God. You said of him which is much given, much shall also much be required. And you've given us much in this great country. And as we enjoy this freedom that you have let us have, dear Lord, tonight we're going to enjoy two great institutions competing one against another. We pray that your protection shall be upon the participants, Lord. And then most of all, as we leave this place today, may us go with thanksgiving in our heart for a good God who cares about us. We ask it in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Barnett. Fans, please remain standing as we now honor America with the singing of the national anthem. The Star Spangled Banner will be performed this evening by the Westwood Elementary Choir under the direction of Mrs. Lisa Kress.
Fantastic job with the national anthem. Just keeps getting better and better. Norfolk State Spartans coming in 0-3. They lost to San Diego at San Diego 71-62 on Saturday night. Their head coach is Robert Jones. In his fifth season as head coach, 11th overall at Norfolk State after 6 as an assistant. He's led the Spartans to 4 straight postseason appearances in starting 5. Nick Thomas, Stephen Whitley, Preston Bungay, Alex Long, and Dan Robinson.
Yeah, let's keep our eye on Bungay. He was named the MEAC Defensive Player of the Week for November 14th. He had a career high 19 points. He got out there on the glass with 5 blocks, and he also had 4 steals. So he is really a double threat on the defensive end. He's not picking your pocket, he's blocking your shot.
Robert Jones' assistant coaches are C.J. Clemens, Kevin Jones, and Jamal Brown. Scotty D. Pitt is their leading scorer. He'll be coming in off the bench. Blue Gay, their leader in offensive rebounds and minutes. How tall the task it'll be for the Lopes to take on the Spartans as the Lopes look to win their 4th straight to begin the season. We introduce you now to Grand Canyon University.
Lope fans, are you ready?
Josh Brown, Oscar Freyer, Robert Blumberg, and Keontae Vernon.
I really like this Casey Benson kid. Great addition, coming to transfer from Oregon. Got a real high basketball IQ. Started the game 4 for 4 versus Little Rock. Does a good job running the floor with Coach Marley's team. And he's got extremely good court vision. Excellent job spoon feeding the bigs down low in the half-court set or finding them sprint in the middle of the floor in transition.
Dan Marley in his 5th season as head coach, coming off a 76-51 win on Saturday night against Little Rock. The associate head coach is Tom Lee. The assistant coaches are Chris Prevalone and DJ Benson. Director of basketball operations is Rogella Reba. Special assistant to the head coach is Brendan Sabian. And the graduate assistant is Johnny Hill. The Hammers and the GCU student body back with their families. We wish all of you, as well as all of you watching, a very happy Thanksgiving this Thursday. But once again, a great crowd here at GCU Arena. Jeff Carr taking some advice from Scott Williams on some new moves in the middle of the huddle.
I was told the stinky leg earlier this afternoon.
Let's go to your 3 keys.
Well, the first one's easy. Pass the mashed potatoes and gravy. I mean, this team has done an excellent job moving that basketball. At 26 against the Trojans on Saturday night, they got to move that basketball and create high percentage shots. That's why they get off to such a nice start. But the thing for grateful is Coach Marley's got some guys that love crashing the glass. They have been dominating teams on both the defense and the offensive glass, and then the wishbone. They got to continue to apply the pressure to their opponents early on. The Spartans started extremely slow versus San Diego. The Toros, they were held with 16 first-half points. Let's see the Lobes trying to duplicate that tonight.
Crowd remain on its feet till the opening bucket by the Lobes. Michael Greenstein, Sean Lehigh, and Rick Petzel are the officials. We are underway, won by the Spartans. Long hands it over to Nick Thomas, redshirt sophomore from Arlington, Texas. Dan Robinson, a 7-footer. Gets the start. Preston Bungay hands it off. Thomas, high by Benson. Bungay takes it off the glass short. Looks for his own rebound. Ball's loose and picked up by Keontae Vernon. Leads for Benson. Benson to his right. Josh Braun back to Benson.
Watch the high hand out if they can get it set into the set.
Benson turns. Bounce pass. Just inside the arc. Knocked down low and misses the Blumbergs out of bounds. Lopes inbound. Prayer 15 on the shot clock.
That was nice. A string-to-string action along the baseline. Blumbergs just wasn't able to squeeze it tightly.
Bounce pass to Braun. Stopped there by Thomas. Loose ball. Picked up by Nick Thomas. Little scrambling. Whitley. Foul committed. Benson called.
I think they're going to call that on the floor. It will be baseline bounce, out of bounds, but Casey Benson rarely gets beat off the dribble drive, but look who's in there. Looking to clean up the mistake.
Good to Thomas. Robinson. Hands it off back to Thomas, now over to Bungay. Looks inside, Long. Alex Long, junior from Clinton, Maryland. Bungay from Albuquerque, driving, stopping, popping, too hard. All committed by Blumberg.
Well, we want to challenge the outside shots. You can see Blumberg knows he's at a disadvantage, so he really is retreating hard, but he wants to close out to block the shot where if you got a guard on you in that situation, sometimes just a hand in the guy's face is enough of a deterrent to have him miss the shot. Getting a piece of the outside shooter will frustrate Coach Marley, no end.
Preston Bungay, 74% free throw shooter. This is the front end. Low score. Early on. Pressing. Busking through Benson. Down low. Vernon back to Casey. He's for Braun. Bungay on him. Bounce pass. Vernon. Back out. Benson. Open look for three. Take a seat if you wish.
A nice job by Keontae Vernon passing out of the post. I thought he had a smaller defender on. He was going to punish him down the torture chamber. He throws it out to Benson, who's been red hot from behind the arc. Nice job. It was Oscar Frere that came out and closed down with Bungay. He's got extremely fast feet. But look at that rotation out from the post. Defense shrinks back in, gives Benson plenty of time. Line up the laces on the ball and knock it down.
Blumberg's inbound to Benson. Leads for Braun. Vernon back to Braun, trying to free him up. They got the mismatch they want. Three by Braun. Off the mark. Rebound pulled down by the Spartans. Quickly out, quickly.
Another turnover by the Spartans.
That's the kind of pressure we've seen Lopes even the half court in transition. They swarm to that basketball and force their opponents into unforced turnovers. 3 turnovers for the Spartans. Benson pushes back. Blumbergs for 3. Good! Oh, the freshman showed me something. I was kind of shaking my head like, he's 3 steps behind the line. That's not the first shot of the game that you want to have to take if you're a young freshman in your first season of college basketball, but he shows some moxie, knocks it down with some confidence. His first 3-pointer after 5 unsuccessful attempts. Robert Blumbergs. Benson, driving, weaving, up off the glass, doesn't go, but he gets the foul. Well, that's become a staple for Casey Benson, is to drive that thing to the hole with his right hand. Now, remember, he's a lefty, so guys want to get up on that left hand, but he's so crafty at squirting past defenders, going to his right, getting that body contact and getting to the free throw line. Nice stuff for the Lopes. Benson at the line. 67% coming into tonight's action. 10 of 15 connects on the line. Scotty D. Pitt in the game, their leading scorer off the bench. Pitt, Hampton, Virginia native. Hands out off to Whitley. Whitley over to Jamerson Jr. Back over to Pitt. These guys are fast. Whitley, long-range shot connects. He's just too fast out there. He's went from one end of the court in the blink of an eye, separated himself from Braun and knocked down a clean 3. Good eye and Braun. Back to Benson. Benson looking inside. Sees Blumbergs. Blumbergs trying to drive it back out. Gets fouled by Pitt. Now Pitt wants to come in and kind of make it tough on the big man and take advantage of the mismatch in the post. So he's supposed to come in and kind of dig, but he's not supposed to reach and get the wrist. Benson up high to Blumbergs, and he misses the pass. Well, everything looked like it was all set up to perfection. Coach Marley can't believe he's shaking his head in disbelief, but it looked like everything was set. Unfortunately, the ball just a little bit too high for Roberts to go grab. Long-range shot. In and out. Rebound, Bungay's there. Blumbergs and Deontay Burnett pick it up. Now to Braun. This Norfolk State team has got some speed to burn. They have quick feet. Going to be able to keep this tempo up. Benson, back out Braun. Long 3 attempt. Burnett takes a slap at it, reaching up over the top. Yeah, came up over the top of Long, who's a high flyer himself. Deontay Burnett trying to get an extra possession off of that high rebound. Just got it with the body underneath. Time on the floor, 15:41. It's a special night before we send it over to Kate Longworth. A special birthday message, Kate.
Yes, Jerry Colangelo. I can't believe I'm talking over everyone saying happy birthday to Jerry Colangelo. That right there in itself deserves a moment to take that in. But surprisingly, over all this clapping, I can still hear Scott Williams' stomach growling. Why? Well, because Thanksgiving is just around the corner, right? We're all getting hungry, excited for the big festivities, and so are the players. Here's what they had to say when it came to what their favorite treats and eats are when it comes to the holiday.
Jared Martin for sure. That dude can eat. I'm trying to think of who else. Keontae could probably put a decent meal down. But every time I'm with Jared, that dude, I think he put it away, that's for sure.
You know what I think Jared Martin is? I think Jared Martin. I think Jared Martin will eat the most.
Probably Keontae. Yeah, I would say Alessandro and Roberts. I reckon they can eat a lot because they're big guys. But I would say I'll put my money on Keontae. He's a big dude. I'm gonna be completely honest, and you wouldn't guess it, but Austin, oh my lord, if you see him eat, he eats constantly. He does not stop, and I don't know where it goes.
Gosh, I don't know. I haven't seen some of the freshmen eat quite yet, but I couldn't give you a straight answer just yet. I really could tell. I bet G could put some food down. I'm sure G could put some food down. I'd be willing to bet that, but other than that, I'm not sure.
Well, we see him. Well, we see them dish it out on the court, and now we are hearing from the players who has the biggest appetite. And obviously, everyone here happy to celebrate, and we saw the celebration for Jerry Colangelo. Happy birthday to a man who has done so much for the sports scene here in the Valley, and wow, what he has done for GCU here, the business college, as well as the Jerry Colangelo Museum that is open till 8 p.m. every home game. We wish Jerry Colangelo a very happy birthday.
Indeed we do. Those guys were making me hungry. Talking about all that good food.
You know, I'm kind of like Oscar Freyer, you know. I eat a ton, and you don't know where it goes, you know. It still stays the slim trim.
I know exactly where it
You know how it feels, right?
No, unfortunately. Wrong. Only threes for the Lopes. So we did 7-3. Inside, Vernon. Turning. Off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Derek Jamerson Jr. Whitley. Back out front. Plays catch with Pitt. Just over the top of Frey. Finding Alex Long. Long working on Vernon. No room there. Whitley's regrouping. Comes back out front. Looking by the lane. Nobody there. Bungay. Off the mark. Oh, it's going to try that job that time by Blumberg, not fouling the outside shooter, gets contested shot. Vernon, bounce backs inside. Braun's going to back in a little bit. Freyer up for three. Go! It's raining threes. Well, they like that move. Get the ball down on that post. That shrinks that defense way south of the three-point line. When you kick it back out, guys have time to measure the distance. Hit to the right side. Jamerson Jr. connects with a nice shot. That was a nice little mid-range jumper. Braun looks inside the Blumbergs. This is back to Pitt. Turning right hand underneath. Keontae Vernon leads it in. Oh, nice job. A little bit pass it inside. Good man love. I love it. 12-5 GCU. Scotty Pitt plays it over to Alex Long. Dribble handoff. Jamerson Jr. Back to Pitt. Bungay inside the Long. Long returning right hand high. Not there. Freyer pulled out a rebound. That's it. Freyer back to Casey. Right wing. Back out front. Right into the arc. Pulls in. Oh, got a hand on it. Lost it. Up over the top. Bodies are dropping. Braun. Vernon. There's a bit off the mark. Driving to see him wide, and he puts it home. Stephen Whitley, Norfolk's own. That was a hard drive to the basket there. Through three, GCU looks to finish. Got high, they want it. A little off the mark, off the Freyer. Oscar Freyer wide open for three. And look at this when the ball goes down here to the block. Freyer just moves right to the top of the circle, and he is wide open all day long to be able to measure the shot. Nobody within 5 feet of him. You see Dan Marley that last turnover? He said no more alley-oops. Waved both his hands, saying, that's it, knock it off, let's save it for practice. They apparently need a little practice. Shot Carr in the game. Bungay, little handoff. Whitley, over to Jamerson Jr. Travel. Braun got a hand on it. But Jamerson Jr., I mean, he is lightning in the bottle. That time his feet got moving faster than he could put the ball on the floor. Calling for another turnover. That's one good thing. He left a lot of pressure on the ball. That's caused teams to be unforced traveling calls. Carr to his right, inside. Back out to Jared Martin in the game. Bounce pass to Freyer. Freyer, pull down Carr. 8-7, Carr, right hand. Oh, it doesn't go. Bungay bringing it up. Whitley. Home inside, Bungay to his left on the near side. Pitt finding. Carr the foul. Yeah, he smelled fresh blood. Shaq Carter just checked to the game and put him in deep drive over hard to the hole. Time out on the floor, 12-7. The Lopes on top over the Spartans early on at GCU Arena. Keep it right here on your view.
Hey you! Are you ready? Grab your pack, grab your tent, grab your gear. Jump in. We're going on an adventure. Here in Arizona, there's so much to see, so much to do, so much to experience. When I started my degree program at Grand Canyon University, I knew I was embarking on a journey. I never expected it to be such an adventure. Offering over 200 academic programs with a Christian worldview and nestled in the heart of Phoenix, you're never more than a few short hours from something worth remembering. At GCU, adventure is never too far away. Study hard, play hard, never stop moving. What are you waiting for? Come earn your degree in fewer than 4 years while exploring everything Arizona has to offer. So, you ready? Find your purpose in Arizona. Find your purpose at GCU. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/azroadtrip.
Welcome back, Kate Longworth here. You're watching Looks Basketball on your view. GCU with an early 5-point lead over Norfolk State. Well, we are getting you ready for the holidays this week. We talked about GCU gearing up for tonight's game. They're also in action on Saturday, but they'll take a brief time out Thursday for a little Thanksgiving festivities. We talked to the players about what some of their favorite traditions are when it comes to the holiday. Everyone's citing they love turkey. However, it's funny, Jared Martin, obviously he's an Aussie from down under. He said he loved learning all about the Thanksgiving tradition, but if he had his way, it would be roasted lamb for supper. Meanwhile, Josh Vaughn tends to host whenever players don't have somewhere to go. His family opens doors over there, and he said he likes to have the traditional meal, ham, turkey, all the potatoes, stuffing, all that. And guys, I gotta ask you, what's your favorite holiday meal from Thursday? The side dishes, the turkey, ham?
All of it. I love it all, just all together.
I love it. So that turkey that's stuffed in those green beans, throw the gravy on top of all that. One of my favorites is that candy yams with the marshmallows on top of it. They go and make those like golden brown on top. Oh my Lord, so good.
They should have special plates for Thanksgiving. Somebody should come out with a special Thanksgiving plate that's like twice the size of a regular plate.
Platter?
Yeah, platter. Braun! Oh. Yeah, a platter. That'd be a great name for it, too, a platter. Do you think you can get away with that? Like, actually, just carry a huge platter?
I think that's frowned upon.
It would probably take two. Well, you can beat it on the person next to you. That would be great, though. Taking a huge platter up to the buffet table. I digress.
I'll get my grub on Thursday. So I watch a lot of football. There's a ton of pro games, college plays on Saturday. It's going to be a great football weekend. Then we got hoops on Saturday as well.
Yeah,
Saturday night.
We'll see you out here at GCU Arena.
Who are they playing?
They are playing San Diego. Going to be tough.
Toros.
Labor can't put it all off the feet from Matt Jackson.
All of a sudden, the Lobes have had a power outage. They were kind of rolling right along, and then the Spartans have turned up the pressure.
Open look. How about that? Dan Robinson.
I don't understand. Mark came over to show on the basketball, and he ran before the defender was able to, his teammate was able to come back and challenge the ball. He just gave him an open shot.
Goes to the last four. Labor driving. Puts it in. That put it into a 3-minute, 15-second drive.
That was kind of an awkward-looking move and finish, but he somehow got the soft bounce off the iron and got it home.
PPA do. Here's Martin, Matt Jackson, Alessandro Labor, and Shaq Carr. Jackson pulls it down to Carr. Carr looks right, finds Martin. He wants three. That's a little flat. Pregame on the run. Pushes back out. Hit. Good. Nothing but a net.
Oh, that was nice by Pregame. Really taking that ball from the right side. Got the ball centered right before he needed to find an open teammate on that perimeter and clean work.
Martin. Oh, that was that's not making Coach Marley happy.
Well, kind of just some lazy passes and some risky passes in his first half. And you're right, Coach Marley, that's been a point of emphasis.
Foul on Day.
There's a look at Coach Marley. He's coaching everybody up, making sure he try to limit those, or they can limit those shots, or those errant passes, so they can get more shots. Oh, look at the killer bees over there, Vincent Vaughn. Chomping at the bit to get back in this one.
Martin quickly to PPA do. Fifi almost loses it. Labor picks it up. Spartans have come to play. Shot Carr. Back out Martin quickly. Jackson driving. Up high floater. Doesn't go. Careful. Almost reached over. Picked up there by Robinson to Whitley.
Give the Spartans some credit. They've only allowed 2 points in the paint and no offensive rebounds for the Lobes. Look at all the white guys looking to check into this game. You got 5 white GCU Lobes players ready to check into this game. He's unhappy with those that are on the floor right now. I think probably has to do with Mark. He passed open an open shot from the top of the key. Throw it to a guy that was just trying to make a hard driving offhanded look. If you miss a shot,
Coach Molly will not care. If you pass open shots for tougher looks, that's what he's got a problem with.
Official talking to head coach Robert Jones, making sure he doesn't come too close.
Yeah, he pulled every bench play, got all the starters back in. Yep. Inside, Whitley reaching in his prayer. Still got a little red freshman in him, got caught weak side, staring at the basketball. So he's got to catch across the top, and he stops right there, starts looking at the basketball. His man just continues a little wheel route right to the weak side of the rim and takes the contact. His brother's not able to catch up. Didn't think we had a tied ball game with 8:35 to go here in this first half. I thought the Locals would be able to take control of this one sooner. They're in for a dog fight tonight.
Whitley connects.
Deep change.
A bit of a press. Blumbergs. Backs off. Leaves it for Benson. Pulled down a pass to Braun. Now he goes to his right. Down low, Vernon. Inside Blumbergs. Left-handed in. Worked by the Lopes.
That's very nice. Going down low, good things have happened for the Lopes. Doesn't have to mean something happens down that block. Whether it's a cut or outside shooters, they've been able to score.
Davison Jr.
How fast is Davison Jr.? The guy's a sprinter in basketball shorts. All he does is put his head down and go hard to the rack. Somebody gets pulled behind in his wake and he gets that contact. Now he's going to the line to shoot 2 more free throws. Those guys getting outshot from the free throws. They've only shot 2 free throws. This is going to be free throws number 7 and 8 for the visiting team. Oh, wait a minute. I take that back.
Personal foul.
I take that back. The other thing, he was not in the act of shooting, so it's going to be based out of bounds.
Kerwin Smith in for Vernon. Thomas with a floater over the top of Fraser.
They're just running little wheel routes out of that high pick area there at with the elbow. The free throw line meets the lane line.
Blumbergs back out Braun. Pulls down patiently, looks for 3. Finds it. Boom, bam.
Needed that lift. And to his school record, nice job utilizing the pump fake. Let the defender go by.
Gary playing catch with Pitt. Coach Jones actively up off the bench. Sees his team playing well early on. Gay driving to the right. Carries it off the glass. High pulled down by Fraser. That's it. Braun. Looks for 3. Short or long rather. Smith. Finds Braun. Fraser wants 3.
Well, the first offensive rebound results in something positive for the Lopes. A little swing action. Oscar Freire has shown a lot more confidence this season from behind the arc.
Ridley leaves for Pitt off the wing. Blumbergs. Crosses up. Leaves it there. Thomas trying to bring it in. Knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to the Spartans.
Mother chicken. Josh Braun says, you shall not pass. What up down here on the low block?
6-0 run for the Lopes, 22-17. It has been all 3-pointers, and they head back to that 3-pointers to kind of separate themselves under the Spartans. Really came to play.
Slight separation. These Spartans give a lot of credit defensively. They have been really active, moving their feet, not allowing the Lopes anything inside, and only one shot if they should miss.
We shall see how Lopes respond here because they've had to rotate players in. Vernon's got 2 personal fouls early on. We'll see just how well he plays the rest of the way.
Casey Benson knocking down a 3, and Blumberg's knocking down 1. Josh Braun takes it inside, throws it back outside to Frere, and a little swing where Benson found Frere on the perimeter as well. But it's been tough sledding underneath. This team is quick, fast, long, and athletic. They will have none of that stuff down in the middle on their home side of the floor there.
22-17. Oscar Frere with 6 points leads the Lopes. 2 of 2 from the arc. Braun, who connected on 5 3-pointers on Saturday, has hit just 1 of 5 early on. Miss Arizona in the house. Miss Teen Arizona. There's a bevy of beauties along with Scott Williams. They're all the good-looking people are in the house. Right? Huh?
I know you're humble, but well, I always say bald is beautiful. Maybe I'll just go with that tonight.
Oh, it'd be scary if I shaved my head. I'm not sure beautiful.
I say first look. You think I first look for the new year?
I should.
Oh, yeah, chicks dig it.
Absolutely, chicks dig that. Might have to do that. Okay. Inside, turning around is long and short. It's pulled down by Kerwin Smith.
Kerwin Smith now with a couple rebounds here coming up off that line. They need that active body on the boards because we mentioned Vernon's got some early foul trouble.
Frere, 3. Eddie Braun got a hand on it.
They put that hard. Hard and long went down like a sack of potatoes.
He took it, draw the foul. Didn't really have much of a shot. He was a little off balance, but he was able to get the foul called against him.
Yeah, not the fast start he had the other night, but when a player's struggling the way he is right now, just 1 of 5 from the field, you got to do something to get an easy bucket or get yourself to the free throw line. Being a fifth-year senior, he understands the importance of getting a little rhythm from the line. And somewhat often you'll see your next outside shot go when you get a clean look just by getting a couple rhythm dribbles and getting the ball, the laces all lined up in your hands. Being able to hold your follow through is so important. Look at his numbers on the season, 20 points, 3 rebounds, 11 and 19 from three-point range. Are you kidding me, Josh Butler?
4 points for Braun. Whitley, just inside the arc. Whitley with a red-hot left hand.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. He hasn't missed tonight. 3 for 3. Looking at 9 points, couple boards, a couple free throws.
Benson kicks out Blumberg. He looks for 3. Not there. Kerwin spin. Oh, he can't put it on.
I don't know if he just spanned it too hard off the glass or someone got a fingertip on that.
Nick Thomas. Whitley over the top. Finding Long, trying to twist and turn. Benson picks it off.
Got Frere up high.
Off the glass and in.
Nice job by Frere running the wing, but nice, even a better job by Benson having the court vision to see him streaking down that right side. That might have been off his toe. That could have been off Thomas's toe. Frere came over and whacked at the ball, which you're generally not supposed to do. He banged it right off of Thomas's toe. Look at this one more time. Look at Frere, like a shot out of a rocket cannon. He just out-sprinted a couple of the Spartans down that right side of the floor, and then you can see how far he starts behind those 2 defenders. He just beat him down the floor.
Coach Miley's working hard tonight. Blumberg kicks out. Frere pulls down and looks for 3. Look who found him. Buster Frere.
Beautiful job by Blumberg. Oh, city freshman, that step crafty so early, be able to drop it down right when Frere's able to catch and shoot.
8 turnovers for the Spartans. The Lopes have contributed 7 points off of those turnovers. Then goes off the glass. Timeout. Marley apparently wants to talk to his troops. He's going to have, he might not have a voice when he talks to Kate at halftime. Oscar Frere hits for 3.
And going over here, he knocks down another 3, starts bumping his guns a little bit. He's going to get out of that zone, come out here and play me.
Well, fans, here's your chance to catch head coach Dan Marley and the GCU men's basketball team up close and personal. Get the holiday power pack for games against San Diego coming up Saturday night, Mississippi Valley State on December 18th, and Longwood on the 21st. Great tickets are available right in the lower bowl. Premium seating. Plus, if you purchase a holiday power pack, you get priority wait for season tickets next year. Call the box office at 602-639-8979 or log on to lopestickets.com to get yours now. GCU with 9 assists on 10 field goals. Have a 7-point lead. Blumberg leaves it for Frere. Benson drives into the lane. Floater up high to Kerwin Smith, trying to muscle his way and gets his pocket pick by Bungay. Pitt brings it up. Ooh, behind the back. Whitley, Thomas Bungay. Bungay looks to drive. And into the corner, but out of bounds.
Whitley was on the out of bounds line when he caught that pass.
Timeout. The Lopes on top by 7 over Norfolk State. The Lopes looking to improve their start to their season to a perfect 4-0. Spartans are doing everything they can to prevent it. Keep it right here. GCU's Division I men's basketball team is eligible for NCAA tournament play. Come be a part of the best show in basketball. Pick up your special 5-game holiday power pack for only $40, featuring the best seats in the house. Don't miss out as we face great opponents such as the University of San Diego Toreros on November 25th. Catch all the family-friendly excitement. Get your holiday power pack at lopestickets.com. Our purpose, our season, our time. We are Lopes Rising.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Welcome back. You are tuned into Looks Basketball, but right now we want to take a look at the college landscape right now. When we look at the AP Top 25 top-ranked team holding on to that top spot with a 4-0 record. They are in action tonight. Meanwhile, Arizona jumps up to number 2 with their record at 3-0. Arizona in action against NC State on Wednesday. Kansas at number 3, Michigan State number 4, Villanova at number 5. Michigan State will be down before after taking that loss against Duke. Meanwhile, Wichita State at 6, Florida 7, Kentucky 8, UNC, that's right, it's not Williams-Tar Heels falling in that 9th spot. They've been keeping that warm. And rounding up the top 15 is Xavier. And looking at the top 20, you got Seton Hall and just making it in, making the cut, 24 UCLA and Alabama at 25.
Keeping that nice spot, nice and warm apparently, North Carolina. Kentucky's got a loss and they're ahead of you guys?
They are disrespecting the current national champions, in my opinion.
Come back to haunt.
All right, it's going to make us mad.
Yep.
You don't want to do that. Once we hit the ACC regular season, you know we take off from there. You know what ACC stands for, don't you, Barry?
No, I don't.
Another Carolina champion.
No. Strong. GCU from the arc, 6 of 11, 4 of 11. On the field.
Kerwin Smith is finally decided to take the ball to the hole with authority.
Twice. I've done that twice earlier in the season.
He's got stuff in his game up. He's got pogo sticks for legs. Came in there soft 2 times before. Got shot or blocked or rejected or missed him. And this time he said, I will leave no doubt how I'm going to finish this one. 2 hands. Overhand into the front of the rim. I think the whole backboard was rocking by the time he was done. Rocking from that free throw, too.
9-point Lopes lead. Pitt. High by Frank.
This is where you see the Lopes kind of turn on the gas. Final 3-4 minutes of every first half, they're able to go on some mini sprints to get the momentum, take it to the locker room.
Maybe now in the game for the Spartans. Short Lumberers could be there on Pitt. Ron to Benson. Approaching 3 minutes to go, opening half. Benson looking to drive. Oh, he lost the handle.
No call. Now Benson seems to think somebody deflected that ball out of his hand, knocked it out of his hand. He wanted that ball back. Let's see if anybody got a hand on it. Oh, oops. I don't know. Did Jamerson get a hand on that? Knocked that out of him.
Allen, little handoff. Whitley leaving it there for Jamerson Jr. Look at this. Look at how switching on the perimeter. Whitley. Goes by Allen. Right in. Stopped by Smith. Rebound. Pulled down there. Allen has it. So does Long. Long swarmed. Shot clock violation. Great team.
Well, they were doing a great job switching on the perimeter, and then they lost the guy without the ball. Put down the lane, and Kerwin Smith. He's done a nice job filling in for Jonathan Byrne in his 5 minutes.
Gonna keep himself on the court. That's it. Trying to get some help from Lumber. Screens him up. He looks for 3. 12-point lead for GCU. Pitt. Under 2 to go, opening half. Pitt goes right to Whitley. Driving baseline underneath. Not there. Braun pulls it down in front of Long. Lumber's with the block. Right quickly. Lumber's inside. Boom. Picked up the loose ball off the fingertips. Kept in Allen. Over to Whitley. Whitley driving up high off the glass. Not there, but put back not there as well by Allen, but the foul committed.
You can't believe it. Norfolk State Sparks all getting together, huddling up, showing that camaraderie. Look at this one. He missed. Smith tries to come over and block that shot, but he doesn't get it. And then Allen hustling hard down the floor, trying to power jam it.
Good 33-21, GCU on top. 1:27 to go. Allen at the line. 50% free throw shooter. Misses the front end. This one and one. 33-22. $120 in counting. Benson taking his time. Plays catch with Frater. Back loose
right. Now to his left. Leaves it for Frayer. Frayer inside. Smith down low. Fouled by Pitt. 1:09 on the clock.
It was a nice job by the young big moving along that baseline, playing without the ball. And a good dump down pass by Kerwin Smith. Just a bright thing. He would love to score that basket, but he does the right thing in making sure he secures the basketball first and takes that contact.
Pitt's got 2 personal fouls. Vernon for the Lopes with 2. Lumber connects. 34-22.
I like the freshman. You know, he made some mistakes like all freshmen do. But he plays hard. He plays through his mistakes. He's very active and he's confident. I mean, he's looking for point number 10 here in the first half. And he got it.
1:05 and counting. 13-point lead. Frayer line Pitt. Goes to his left. Allen. Looking for some support. Jamerson Jr. swung by Braun inside to Allen. Allen back to Jamerson Jr. A long 3. Frayer pulls it down.
Frayer got all of his forearm up over the rim to snatch that ball. Chance to play for what? That was about a 10-second differential shot clock and game clock. Coach Marley wants to draw up a play.
33.6 ticks off the clock here in the opening half. As the Spartans had gone cold, they're 0 for their last 6 from the field in the last 4 minutes, 8 seconds.
The defensive pressure has been there for the Lopes.
Celebrities all over the Gonzo's in the house. I saw you talk to Tim Kempton earlier as well. This is no doubt the place to be, you know? This is a place to be seen now.
It really is. It's become a hot ticket. And a cool, very cool place to be.
Oh, there's an up-and-coming star, Gonzo Jr. Jake, right, I believe it's Jake comes on. I believe he's with those San Francisco Giants.
Chaparral High. Got to start somewhere. Gonzo's still involved with the D-backs. I'm sure he'll try to get his son in the D-backs uniform before it's all said and done. Let's see what Coach Marley threw up here.
28 and counting. That's to his right. Braun for 3. Oh, it's short. Pulled down by the Spartans. Out. Oh, picked by Frayer. Frayer quickly. Bumper. Waits patiently. Oh, he's stoned and fouled by Derek Jamerson Jr.
Look at Oscar Frayer.
He hustled.
He's like he's been cloned out there sometimes. He moves like smoke and wind. He's so quick. He just be in one place and then you take your eye off him and he just reappears someplace else. And that time he appeared just in time to snag that basketball away and then throw it underneath the Blumbergs. Yeah, real high Blumbergs right now. He's doing his darn thing here in this first half. Probably 3 for 3 on the line. And career high 11 points. Looking to have that total. An easy dozen. Look at you get Braun out, Vincent out, Rustin. They only got 1 personal foul, but you can get a little extra rest with them on the bench foul as we made 14.8 seconds on the clock.
Martin checks in for Blumbergs. Fifiadu, shot Carr, 14.8. Bringing it up is Whitley. Whitley, high by Frayer. Whitley to his left. Whitley pulls back a long 3. Heavy. And that'll bring the opening half to a close. The Lopes on top, 37-22. They ended on a 14-3 run.
Yeah, they did once again. What they're known to do is finish the half strong with the lead and a run and the momentum.
Let's send it over to Kate Longworth with the head coach, Dan Marley.
All right, thank you guys. Well, Coach, you guys got off to a faster start to end this half, but it was a slow start off the top. So what did you see that made the difference ending out this first half?
We knew they were a one-on-one team. They started taking it as a basket. Some miscommunication on how to guard, and they got to the basket too often, and then again some bad turnovers. But we got it right. Josh missed shots, which is unusual for him. But we got it going, so it's good. So way to finish the half. We'll come out in the second half hot.
Yeah, and the young guys really stepping up tonight. Oscar, some strong play, as well as Blumbergs. What have you seen from your younger guys?
Glad for Rob. Rob Singleton is a good shooter. He's had a tough start of the year, but he's done a good job. Oscar's always been solid. So that starting group did a good job.
All right, thank you very much. And as Dan Marley said, the team not used to Josh Braun being off with his shot, but hey, it's welcomed up the newcomers to kind of shine and show their way. So the youth leading it right now.
Great to see head coach Dan Marley signing autographs as he makes his way into the locker room. The young guns are doing it here in the opening half. Blumbergs leads with 12. Oscar Frayer with 11. The Lopes lead at 37-22. Kate will be back with more of the halftime festivities of GC Arena on this Monday evening. Keep it right here.
Founded on the belief that the entrepreneurial dream is an engine that drives innovation forward in a global marketplace, the Colangelo College of Business educates and develops values-driven business leaders. Our graduates exemplify the principles of servant leadership and entrepreneurship. GCU's strong Christian identity informs the education you receive, integrating our Christian values with the business curriculum. The college features more than 25 programs from the bachelor through the master's level, catering to traditional, evening, and online students. These programs serve a diverse set of aspiring business professionals who not only learn in the classroom, but gain real-world experience operating actual businesses. Our students also receive unique access to Jerry Colangelo's legendary experience, leadership, and connections throughout the business world. Find out more at gcu.edu/business.
I am Laura Lozoya, and I am majoring in biology with an emphasis in pre-med at Grand Canyon University. The dorm life at GCU definitely helped me build relationships, and I've made great friends on this campus. The quality education here is great. You're testing your limits, but you're going beyond them. It all comes together. The sciences, the ethics, and just everything. It's a beautiful thing.
Grand Canyon University, the quality of a private Christian education, the affordability of a state university. Visit gcu.edu.
Welcome back. GCU Drumline entertaining folks here at the halftime show. That's what's happening right now inside GCU Arena. And the first half, GCU with the lead at the break, 37-22 over Norfolk State University. I'm Kate Longworth. Welcome to the Lopes halftime show, and I'm joined now by a very special guest, Luke Barnett, who is the head pastor at Dream City Church. Thanks so much for being out here tonight, joining us. I know you have a lot of the congregation in attendance tonight. But first, for the folks at home who do not know, explain to me a little bit more about Dream City Church and also your mission with Dream Center.
Well, really, the Dream Center is the story of Dream City Church because it's our effort to help hurting people in the valley. And we just want to be Christ's hands and feet extended, to our community. So it's an old Embassy Suites hotel that we bought and refurbished. 300 residents live there year-round. Over 14,000 hot meals every single week are provided for the people there. So anything from young ladies who are rescued from human sex trafficking to veterans who are rescued off the streets to prison ministries and bringing those residents in. It really is kind of a mission with a heart, reaching the forgotten people of our city.
Yeah, and offering them shelter and so many necessities. And I know that you've also partnered with GCU over the past 4 years of coming out to a basketball game. What does something like this do for people who rely on support from your church?
Well, it's amazing. Over the past 3 years, GCU, as a result of this game and other generous gifts have given over $200,000 to support the Phoenix Dream Center. And then, of course, tonight we have a couple thousand of our people who come out from our church, and they buy all the concessions, and GCU gives the proceeds to all that to the Dream Center. So we are so grateful to GCU and all that they've done to reach out to hurting, forgotten people in the valley.
I was debating that plate of nachos. Now I know that was, aside from that, I need to go.
He takes all the calories out of that.
Perfect. And I know today is a very special day, too, because GCU presenting you with a $25,000 check. You've talked about the proceeds, the money and the donations you received from the university in the past. Where does that money go to?
Well, it goes right now. The Dream Center is now currently the largest human sex trafficking rescue center in America. Over 140 beds that are open to young ladies. And our city really has kind of a blight on it because it was the capital of human trafficking just a couple years ago. And so it's a very expensive ministry, obviously, to sustain. So gifts like this make it possible for us to reach out to young ladies who are just been lost in prostitution and trafficking.
And the Phoenix Dream Center is a volunteer-driven nonprofit organization, especially around the holidays. I know people at home, they want to give and open up their hearts to causes like that. So what can people do if they want to help, whether it's time, donations? What do you suggest?
Well, if they would just go online, phoenixdreamcenter.org, and they can donate that way to the Phoenix Dream Center. But even more than that, I would encourage them to go down to the Dream Center and just walk it and just see what God is doing through this organization. He truly is rescuing lives and giving people a new purpose and a new hope for their future.
Thank you so much for joining us. And with it being Thanksgiving, I know so many are thankful for the mission you guys are doing.
And thank you to GCU.
All right, Thank you so much for joining us. And we still have plenty more to feast on this halftime show. Yes, we're talking a little bit about the holidays, but we are also talking about GCU, who is hungry for a victory tonight. Right after this, Barry and Scott are with us with highlights, stats, and much, much more from the first half.
So the show is like the day in the life of Charlie Brown, and the reason why I think everyone should come see the show is Peanuts definitely had an effect on the way that I was raised. It's been a part of just my general person since I was very little. It's always been about family. We always pass the comic strips back and forth from each other. And so it's just got that warm, fuzzy, good feeling that I think everyone needs around this time, especially so close to Thanksgiving.
What I think makes this show unique is the fact that you don't really know where it's going from the beginning. It is a day in the life of Charlie Brown, so there's no real major plot to it at all. You can't go and be like, oh, I know what's going to happen next, or oh, the exciting part is over. It's just, it keeps you on your feet, and it keeps you excited and ready to see what happens next.
The show process for me has been really exciting, really fast-paced. Every day we've been pushing new boundaries and just trying to do as much as we can to make the show everything it can be.
I just really hope that, they will feel the happiness right before Thanksgiving too, where a lot of families come together and a lot of communities come together and spend a lot of time together. I just hope that, this will prep everyone for that wonderful holiday season.
37-22, the score of the Lopes on top of the Spartans. From Norfolk State, Barry Butel, Scott Williams, Kate Longworth. Here from GC Arena on a Monday night. We hope that you're tuning in and enjoying this one, as the Spartans definitely have come to play from Norfolk, looking for their first victory of the season. They've out-rebounded their teams, albeit all 0-3 losses, and the Lopes looking to begin the season 4-0. They were raining threes early on, weren't they, the Lopes?
They were raining threes because they could get nothing inside. Right. The Spartans were choking off the inside and crashing the glass. You mentioned an 18-18, tie on the glass, but where the Lopes have really done a nice job in the second half of that first half, especially that last 4 minutes and 40 seconds when they held the Spartans without a field goal, was forced turnovers. They had 12 points off of turnovers, and that was the difference in the half.
Blumberg, Frere lighting it up for the Lopes. Let's check out our opening half highlights. We begin with Casey Benson bringing the three.
Yeah, Casey Benson does a nice job moving without the basketball, so he always gets an opportunity to get a clean look. And then I love the freshman there. He shows a lot of moxie out there. He's got a career high in his first half, knocking down points. And then Whitley, I love this guy right here. He's been that one bright spark that they really had on the offensive side of the ball. And then I love this put by the big man. He says, I can step out and shoot with you guys out here on the perimeter. I love that one here. And then Thomas goes hard to the rack with a little floater. They take the lead 17-16. The Lopes are wondering what the heck is going on. Then Josh Braun says, okay, time for me to beat Josh Braun and knock down an outside shot. His only field goal in the first half. Going to need some more buckets from him in the second half. And I love this one right here. Benson just uses his feet, gets in the lane, and throws a high handoff to Oscar Frere streaking down that right side. And then here's another one I really like too, because Herwood Smith, after missing a couple of chippies down low, got mean, got nasty, got angry, and slammed that one down with authority.
Got mean and nasty. 37-22 the score. As the Lopes are on top, 42.9% from the field, 7 of 15 from the arc, 11 assists. As the turnover margin has gone down here to 6. That's obviously a step in the positive direction after, 21, we've been 18, 19 turnovers.
And they had 3 or 4 of those early trying to complete those high handoffs that sailed out of bounds. Once Coach Marley put the kibosh on them, they start taking care of that rock.
He did put a stop. No more alley-oops. Blumbergs. How about Frere? Blumberg, though, is this his coming out party? You like to talk about coming out party?
I like him tonight because he's doing a nice job being aggressive. Whether it's powering the ball to the basket, moving without the basketball, trying to get an established low post position, and then he's already got confidence in his outside shot. Been able to make it a practice. It's nice to see him finally make a 3 in the game.
All right, Kate Longworth will be back in just a moment, so leave it right here. We're just moments away from the start of the second half. The Lopes on top of the Spartans, 37-22.
I've been to other colleges, and GCU is the most student-friendly campus that I've been in.
I work full-time, I have a young family. Coming to class at night after work has been perfect with my schedule.
It allows me to still, work a 50 to 60 hour week, but also come to school.
I could have gone online, but I like the in-class experience.
I work full-time. I'm also a parent, so having evening classes have been the best option for me.
Well, my favorite part of the program has definitely been the students and the faculty. Especially the students. Our cohort has been really close and we've become friends even outside of class.
We all have a relationship now, and it really helps you get through the program.
The professors have all been great.
The focus on the individual students is unlike any other campus I've been in.
What I've learned throughout my curriculum here at GCU, I've been able to apply on multiple levels.
It is one night a week, so it's a lot easier to attend classes, especially since I like the in-person interaction.
I know this knowledge is going to help me.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
First second half action here at GCU Arena, where the Lobes have a 15-point lead after a 14-3 run to end out the second half. They started off a little slow, though, so if you look at the top scores, it might surprise you a bit. You'll remember coming into this game, the past couple games, Josh Braun has been on fire in that first half, averaging nearly 20 points per half. However, look at Braun right now, just 4 points to his name, along with Casey Benson. But that leaves room for the freshman to step it up. Robert Norfolk with 12 points to his name, and Oscar with 11. The younger guys taking control out there, helping out their teammates in the Thanksgiving spirit. Meanwhile, for the Spartans, Whitley has 9 points, Pitt with 6, and 3 players have 11 to their name. All right, guys, it's time for some second half action. I think it's so interesting because we talked to Dan Marley when this team has had a 20-point lead at half, and he still had some tough critiques for his players. But after talking to him at halftime right now, he seemed a little happy. I'm guessing that's because the team went on that impressive run to finish off that first half. And I think he likes what he sees from these younger players stepping up right now, coming into their own, and a lot of that stuff they're putting together at practice showing up on the court right now.
I think that's a great point. I think confidence in these younger players is going to be a huge asset come conference play. Oscar Freyer, 11 points, 4 of 5 from the field, 3 of 4 from the arc.
Doing a nice job moving without the basketball, streaking down the floor for easy opportunities at the top. I just like the way he's been aggressive tonight. 11 points, as you mentioned, in this one. They are between Frere and Blumberg. They got 23 of GCU's 37. But when is the bench going to show up? Just 4 points off the bench. Labor and Smith with a couple field goals. Talking to you, number 42.
Wow, you calling him out?
Calling him out. Coach Marley didn't like his action that first half. He missed a three. Coach Marley got no problem with that. Then he stopped being aggressive after that first spin. Seen that with Jared before. He's got to continue to attack.
We'll see how the Lobes respond here in the second. Blumberg, Frere, Braun, Deontay Vernon, and Casey Benson. Lobes will have the basketball. They'll inbound just to our left. Oscar Frere. Being asked by the official.
And nobody for the Lobes is foul trouble. They can be aggressive early except for Deontay Vernon. He doesn't want to get a quick third here.
Benson plays catch with Frere. Goes to his right. Cuts inside the arc now into the paint. Vernon, Frere for three. Short, Blumberg holds it down. Fresh 30 on the shot clock. Benson stopping, popping with the left. Benson to do his here to begin the second.
Long thought he was going to be able to jump with the freshman, and he lost that battle. Cost his team 2 points.
Thomas. Back over to Robinson. Bungay. Alex Long. Bungay drops it inside. Oh, no doubt about it. Dan Robinson at 7 feet puts it home.
Yeah, that's supposed to switch. They're switching pretty much 1 through 4. They do not want Deontay Vernon switching out. It's an easy roll for the young big to just go right on down the lane and finish that. You're 7 feet tall. That's what you want. You want Vernon to jump right out there. This is an easy little one step to the basket for the slam.
Third personal on Robinson right after that, called on Vernon away from the ball. Benson wants somebody. Pulls down, goes right, kicks out. Vernon short on a shot he's not accustomed to normally taking. Whitley to his right, Bungay in the corner, up high to Thomas. Rebounds pulled down by Vernon to Benson.
That's what you want, Vernon. Live it on that glass. Anything he gets, you should get off the offensive glass.
Casey Benson, bam! Bring it up, stop, and pop.
Well, perfect from the field. Benson 3 for 3 now, and starting to heat up from behind the arc. He's got 4 assists. He's already been doing the dishing. Now he's knocking down shots. And Oscar Frere denied 1 pass away. Then he got lost.
Hoop of the arm, and
no, wave that off. I think we're going to get charged. It was Deontay Vernon got himself right outside that restricted area and took the blow between the numbers.
Let's take a look.
See, he comes all the way across underneath the other side of the basket. Nice job by the young big there to get himself a good defensive play. Maybe that'll be the play defensively that'll spark him offensively.
If you've got 2 personal fouls like that, is that a risky move?
You got to protect the basket. I like it.
Blumberg. I just don't know if guys would do it. Blumberg for 3. Ooh, it's a little heavy. Loose ball underneath. Officials are going to hold it. Lobes ball.
Well, that's what you want to see. You don't have to go to a video replay. You got 3 officials out there for a reason. One doesn't get a quite good look because the action's a little too close to him. Maybe the third official can come in from the weak side and might have a clear opportunity to see the play.
Well done.
On back to Benson. Wants Blumberg's out. Wants some support. Bringing him up. Long three for Benson. He's feeling it. He's feeling it.
He had like a dead man walk after that. So he's kind of like, I got this all night long. You won't give me a clean look like that. Disrespect me, I'm going to make it pay.
Robinson left hand, heavy. Vernon rebound, Benson.
5 minutes now for Keontae Vernon.
Wander's left, Benson. That's down low to Blumberg. Stacy's feeling.
Yeah, look at Thomas way out on him now.
Blumberg can't convert. Hold down by Long. Bungay brings it up.
It doesn't take Bungay to get from the top of the circle on one end to the top of the circle on the other. He's got some jets.
Coach Jones, 5th season, head coach. 11th overall, 6 seasons as an assistant with the Spartans. They got Frayer. Second on Frayer. Bungay the inbound. Preston Bungay from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Quickly to his room. Thomas weaving around. Blumberg's trying to be put back by Robinson, unsuccessful. 16 and a half on the clock, second half. Driving Benson. Stops, pivots, back out. Frayer. Foul. Long. Second on Long. 20 on the shot clock. Frayer to inbound. Blumberg quickly turns, finds Braun. Looking for some room. Back to Blumberg. Got low. Frayer's got a little real estate. Oh, Stone in front. And he's fouled.
That was a nice job. A nice look from the top of the court here, right down the middle. That's Blumberg once again. The freshman who moved that rock. Oscar Ferrer was going to try to punch someone, stick it underneath, but the guy with the body kept him away from the basket.
Third on Long. Jamerson Jr. scored the table. About to check in. Robinson.
Jamerson Jr. This is the cat in the first half that was putting his head down, going through the hole. Looks will have to try to come driving lanes when he's got the basketball.
Two from the free throw line. Oscar Frayer. Jamerson Jr. Picked up by Frayer. One way is clear. Bungay back up the court. Pulls back. Whitley. Thomas driving into the paint. Left hand high. Doesn't go. Frayer climbs up. Up over the top is Alex Long. And Long, that's his fourth.
I don't like to call it the correct call. I think Frayer just baits guys into making this pass because, like a bullet, he's in that passing lane. And like you said, runway number 4 is clear.
48-24. We'll send it over to Kim Longworth.
Well, guys, we know it's Thanksgiving week, and the Lopes, they like their home cooking. That's right. They have won, dating back to last year, 18 of the last 19 games here at GCU Arena. They open up the schedule with 8 of their first 9 games playing here at home. So GCU, what are they doing? Well, they're gearing up for conference action. That's right. They're trying to get strong when they go into league play, and that starts on January 6th at Seattle University. So let's take a look around the WAC at how teams are faring. Yesterday, Cal State Bakersfield in action. They take the victory over Lamar, 85-73 of the final there. Seattle University hosting Belmont, and they fall short, 90-77. Belmont on top of that one. Kansas City gets the victory, 74-63 over Manhattan. Utah Valley coming up big tonight with the 97-52 victory over Eastern Oregon. UTRGV hit the road to North Texas, and they came away with the W, 75-63. And we want to remind you that the women's team, they're actually in attendance tonight. GCU Lopes, they are watching the men play, and then they will take the court on Wednesday, 7 p.m. to play Benedictine. You can catch that action on GCU.tv. And our crew will be back here on Saturday. No food coma here. We'll be back on Saturday as GCU goes up against San Diego. Tip-off time is 7, but we're tipping off the action at 6:30 with our local pregame show. And we're expecting a lot of students, I've been told, guys, the Havoc section, they're trying to get that for that Saturday night game. But if they're not that, hopefully they're joining us on our broadcast, watching along either on the computer or here on Your View.
Well, the Lopes ended on a 14-3 run. They started this half on an 11-2 run. Indeed, we hope you do tune in if you're unable to make it out here to GC Arena. Saturday night, San Diego, the Toreros in town. San Diego undefeated. Should be a great matchup. Lopes have a 17-1 margin, points off of turnovers. Inside, Vernon quickly to Freyer. Freyer back to Vernon, turning towards the bucket. Baseline drive, he wanted it, but he didn't get it. But he did draw the foul.
Well, that was some nice movement that time. The ball kind of went around the perimeter, went to the high post, went down low, threw it back out, and then he reeled to the basket. There was only about 3 seconds on the shot clock when Vernon caught it down there in that mid-post area. He did the right thing, went to the basket. He said, enough of these outside shots on a 7 for what they wanted to take. Put my will on them and try to take that thing off to the hole. I don't know if it was a clean block or not, but it doesn't matter. When you get the aggressive one and you go to the hole with that kind of authority, you're going to force the officials to give you the benefit of the doubt, at least make a call one way or the other.
This is on the back end, Whitley up to Thomas. Thomas to his right on the near side. Up high off the glass and makes its way in. Nick Thomas.
Well, there's another teaching point right there. Spartans having a tough time scoring in the second half. They did the right thing and take the ball to the bucket themselves.
You can play this game apparently. Wrong. Benson drives baseline. Quick pass, it's picked off. Looking for Long, he's able to pick it up, but he's stood hard by Keontae Vernon.
Well, great job getting back, trying to protect the basket. Look where Keontae Vernon's starting. He's way behind the defense, and as you can see, he gets a foul, but after a foul right there in that situation and give up an easy bucket, it's only his third personal foul. We'll get Labors off that bench for him. Labors, he's got that right hand heavily wrapped, almost like he's trying to protect his thumb.
Yeah, it's been wrapped.
I'll take that back. It's not his thumb. It looks to be his index finger he's got wrapped to his wrist. If he had some sort of a strain or dislocation, I would think he could try to play tape those together, but I'm no head athletic trainer. Maybe that's what he likes.
Vernon takes a seat. Long connects.
Nice job by Long shooting into the. We got the Betty White over there and the fidget spinner. Cheerleaders are trying to distract him. He knocked it down.
Betty White can't distract the shooter. I don't know who can.
Benson. I love Betty White. She's hilarious. She's like 90 years old, isn't she?
Amazing.
Still going strong.
Benson. Braun for three.
The mayor said you can't keep a good man down all night long.
Ooh, Thomas wants some of that, and he finds it in front of Braun. Timeout. 52-30. The Lopes on top of the Spartans. And Coach Robert Jones calls the timeout.
And Coach Robert Jones has made his game plan not to let Braun beat them. So when that shot went down, he wanted to send a reminder to his troops. Don't let that guy with the fat head beat you.
Not literally, but the fat head up in the ground.
That's what it's called, a fat head.
Head coach Nicole Powell and the Lady Lopes look to secure their first win of the season on Wednesday after tough road losses to Cal Poly and UNLV. They'll be back at the GC Arena on November 22nd when they face off against Benedictine from Mesa. Game time 6 p.m. If you can't make it to GC Arena to cheer on the Lopes, be sure to watch the game online at GCU.tv. Michael Potter will have all the action on GCU.tv. The team in the house, recognized here earlier.
Yeah, I saw Bree Mobley out there kind of limping with a boot on her left foot.
That's not a good sign.
No, she's their superstar. Her ball handler, the engine that makes that team go. She gets healthy quick. Is that a go? No, that's a little young woman with some headphones on.
With the headphones on, boy.
I feel like I need those some nights I walk in here. Just have it. Got it on full tilt.
Thunder is.
Oh no, this can't get good.
That's gonna. Fire breath here. Great crowd here at GC Arena. Family-friendly entertainment. Kids of all ages enjoying the Lopes. Especially leading by 22. 14 to go on the clock here in the second. Freyer takes it from Lumber.
It's full court press now by the Spartans, trying to force a turnover.
Lopes have been successful when facing that press.
Yeah, Molly got a coach got good at how to break those presses.
That's it. Lumber inside later. Picks it up. Puts it home.
had a little balsamic on his fingers there to wipe that off and then stab that ball.
Italian dressing?
Huh?
Yeah, Italian dressing?
Yeah. Exactly. Fumbled it a little bit, but was able to get it back and put it in. I mean, I love the entry pass. They zip it down to him. That's Blumberg's a number of times now with that high post position. He finally was able to put a fork in it and get it up to the end of the basket.
Oh, look who's wide open, Allen.
Allen, his first field goal, a little mid-range jumper. I think I noticed about this team. Not shooting a ton of three-pointers tonight, but knocking down the mid-range, Jace.
Labor there. Run fun, run time.
I saw Labor on Saturday night. He came in, he had 3 quick buckets in the second half, and he was getting another job off the bar tonight. Got himself 6 points in this game on 3 or 4 shoots.
Allen along, he loses the handle, puts it back up. Puts it on, makes it look easy. Benson. Good drive. Goes back. Frere floater. Short. Labor tried to push it out.
Yeah, he tried to tip it to himself and then get to another spot in the paint and grab it. Just couldn't get there before one of the Spartans smashed it.
Pitt lost his footing a little bit. Long's turning around up high and in.
Isn't that funny? That was 0 for 3 from the field. All of a sudden, he knocks down one. Jay still so good. Next time the ball touches his fingertips with a blink of an eye, he gets up another field goal.
Blumberg. Wow.
Coach Marley is facing that sideline like a wildebeest or a hyena. He's got a wildebeest he's checking out, but look at that one right there. Hey, one thing I will say about these freshmen, they do extremely well, and watching a lot of college basketball the last 4 years, is make sure they secure the basketball before they try to do a lot with it. A lot of guys are in such a hurry to try to do too much with the ball before they get it cleanly that they mess up the play. It's either a turnover or a forced shot, fumble it, never secure it. But Blumbergs and Labors do a real good job getting that ball first.
Benson and Frere take a seat. Fifi Adu. Shakar in the game.
Blumbergs down himself one heck of a night. He got 14 points to count. And the other thing he's done, he's 6 of 6 from the free throw line for a big. That's excellent work. They're going to give him a little break. He's working so hard.
Scotty Pitt over to Allen. Bounce pass. Whitley. Martin came out. Long leaves it. Jamerson Jr. with lead. Allen hands it off to Pitt. 10 on the shot clock. Pitt driving left hand high and in. Pass Shakar.
Shakar's come to the game now twice. A little colder than the guy he's had to face, and they've just taken him to the right. He's going to give a little bit more ground until he gets warmed up.
Fifi Adu.
Spartans heated out 6 of their last 6 on the field.
Labor trying to turn. Not by Allen. 1-1. Allen ball. His first. Timeout on the floor. 11:22 on the clock. The lead is 20. We'll be back for the remainder of the second half from GCU Arena. Leave it here on Your View.
I'm Sarah. I'm a senior at GCU studying hospitality management. Since the program started, it's already grown so much. There's so many opportunities for students to be able to learn outside of the classroom. We have the golf course, we have the hotel, the restaurant. My professors are industry professionals. It makes me feel comfortable knowing that I'm being trained in relevant information. When you graduate from GCU with a hospitality degree, people know that you're prepared. I think it makes you better equipped to handle any situation. It makes you more valuable, especially here in Phoenix when there's so many opportunities. The best part about being a GCU student is just the fact that I'm in a community where everyone supports me and everyone wants to see me succeed. One of the things I love about GCU is just the importance they place on servant leadership. I serve in the children's ministry, teaching Sunday school. It's incredibly rewarding. GCU is helping me find my purpose.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
GCU 58, Norfolk State 38. Timeout on the floor. Casey Benson with 12 points in the game, looking sharp.
This guy's done a really nice job tonight. Getting the passing lanes, finding his teammates, knocking down the open shots when opportunities present themselves. He hasn't really forced any plays. And one thing I do like about him is he's not afraid to take the ball in there and give it that contact. A number of times, leading with that left shoulder, using that right hand.
Alessandro Labor at the free throw line.
Labor was 6, now 7. 4 of 6 from the free throw line coming up. Feeling more comfortable each and every game.
And why is that, Derek? Is it because Coach Marley instills that confidence in his players with this playing time and letting them play for a few mistakes here and there?
I would think so.
Yeah, I have to. Just for kind of looking at it from over here, it seems that way.
Look at Whitley.
They all of a sudden, as far as all of a sudden, there's a lot of teams coming here from smaller conferences sometimes. In that first half, they were rattled by this home court advance, the habits, the cheerleaders, the band. But after they settle down in the second half, they start winning their offense, start to play a little more. Hey, look at your guy, Jared Martin for 3. Welcome to the party, pal. I love it, Jared Martin. He got the message at halftime from Coach Marley. Be aggressive.
Long bounce pass. Nice feed there to Stephen Whitley, who's been on a tear lately.
Whitley in double figures now. He's got himself 14 points, and the Spartans were ice cold in that first half and made 8 field goals in a row.
Come on, kicks to the right. Bounce pass. Labor. Oh, he's got a... Oh, no. How about that?
It's okay. What was that? Was that Whitley over there? Trying to protect the two. Look at that. There's not a Spartan within 12 feet of Jared Martin. If he didn't take that one, I guarantee you Coach Marley would have got somebody up off that bench that would. So nice job from Juan realizing his mistakes in the first half and correcting it here in the second half and knocking one down. I really like that young man.
The leads that they've experienced here into their fourth allows Marley to give these guys some minutes and some valuable experience early on.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, Sunny's opened up to a 21-point advantage now with 10 minutes and 12 seconds to go, but this was a nip and tuck game. Remember, the Spartans team, they had the lead at 17-16, but it's been the low stability to go put little streaks together on the offensive end and shut them down defensively. That's really kind of opened this thing up. They're not going to go quite late into the night. This thing is far from over.
Over connects from the line. Whitley, high by PPA2. Whitley pulls back to his left. Follow away. Looks like Labor's classic pose again.
Well, Robinson did a great job of posting Labor. I mean, he took a hammer and drilled him down into the ground underneath. And Labor's had to raise his foot off the ground and put his knee up Robinson's backside, and that's going to be a whistle every time.
Want to try out some of the court. Saw some guys slipping a little bit.
Yeah, they're out there working hard. Bigs down low, creating puddles underneath. Guards leaving splatters out on the perimeter.
Now Jackson's gotten up in the interim. For Labor. Labor pulls back. Braun comes out.
Jackson's fine. He needs to give him a lift off the bench, too. This is one of those guys who's got the ability to stroke the long ball and get on the offensive glass.
Bounce pass quickly, swarmed. Oh, Labor couldn't pick it up. Long right in, not there. Shot caught. Quick ball, picked off. He tried to find Fifi Whitley. Not going to happen. Oh, Jackson's out of position.
Well, somehow he got 2 guys on the ball in rotation there. Jackson actually makes a good play by committing the foul because he's on his way to the bucket. So now it's just baseline out of bounds, and it's only Jackson's first foul. Sometimes a foul is a good play in basketball. Now that's a bad play.
Oh, okay.
Right on the elbow, an outside shooter. Good minutes that Chet Carr had that game on Saturday night. He's having some struggles here this evening. Got just beat to the basketball out of the baseline out of bounds play. I didn't see anybody set a screen on him. Perplexing for Coach Marley as well.
Hit at the line. 80% free throw shooter.
Who would think to put Benny White on Saturday? That really cracks me up. I'm sorry. Those kids, they're creative with that band. Don't sleep on those band guys.
That's dangerous. Foul away from the ball.
Number 22, Alex
Long. He's fouled out with 5.
10 foul.
He's going to lead this game with 5 points, 3 boards, a couple assists. He's been out here working hard defensively, but he's got to learn in 9.5 minutes to play. His team needs him on the floor. There's going to be times that you're going to have to let some go. If you're tired, you tug on your shirt and raise your fist, and coaches get you out and catch your breath and put yourself back in the game. At least that's how we used to do it down in Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
You tug on your shirt?
You raise one fist. You bend an elbow, you raise one fist to about your shoulder. That lets the coach know that you need a blow. He'll take you out of the game. The great thing about that is you sit over there for a minute, you can put yourself back in the game, and they honor that. You get to put yourself back in the game. Really? A lot of guys used to try to anticipate when coach might get a sub for, try to throw a time signal, so they can put themselves back in the game. They got hit for that, though.
A preemptive strike. How about Whitley? Stephen Whitley from Norfolk, Virginia.
Getting after with 16 points now. On 6 of 9, he's shooting very efficient.
They do. Inside, Labor turns around. Drops. Good feet by PPA do.
The bench is giving us some offense here off the bench. Labor's got 12 now, and you just saw Martin knock down a 3.
Thomas wanted to get it over. Again, Robinson, and off his hands out of bounds. Under 9 to go. That's points.
Yeah, 4 in the first half. Now the Low's got 18 points. It was a 13. I'll take that back. That's not correct. It was the Lows who had a serious disadvantage at the half. 9 to 4.
Martin for 3. Yeah! Took a little while.
Iron so kind.
Thomas drives. That was a belly of Martin.
Martin, like one of those Russian dancers, the way he flopped on his back and almost kicked himself up into a stance here, doing a little Russian dance. But he did a nice job moving his feet. He thought he had the call. I love that one right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bounces off the iron before it comes in. See if he gets set. Oh, he was moving. Might have been in the restricted area. Good call by the officials. Seavers got it right.
Both teams shooting well in the second half. 65% for GCU, 63% for Norfolk State.
Pressure on the Sparks here. Whoa! You see those hands, baby? I still got it, baby.
Got it, man. It's like Velcro.
Marcy wasn't going to catch it. She's done.
Marcy was the one that stepped up in front of you.
The fans behind me, they bobbled it. I had to snatch it out of the air like I was grabbing one of my rebounds. I still got it.
Fabrication.
I hope Kate saw that. She's been on me tonight. I hope she spotted that one tonight.
To get you on the post game. Thomas. Wow, he muscled that way.
Have these Spartans been way more aggressive going to the basketball hoop than they were in that first half? Seems to me that they have been flying hard to the hole with reckless abandon and trying to get themselves some buckets.
Labor with 12, but how about Robert Lumberg? He's got 14 points in the game. And he's looked sharp. A lot of the young guns coming in off the bench. Lumberg's got the start again tonight. Marley's going to stick with him, and he's coming out of it.
Yeah, Lumberg's doing a great job, career high. He's been aggressive right from the very beginning. I love this one right here because that's getting your feet squared, your shoulders squared to the basket, and having the confidence to knock it down. And after you soften him up outside, you go bang him down low. And you bring one in with the lefty on hand. And he's been mixing up his ability to be able to get fouled and get to the line, or he's knocked down all of his free throws.
Lumberg's 2 of 4 from the arc tonight, helping the Lopes now to tie the most three-pointers in the game. They shot that mark February 17th against Chicago State. Look sharp. Off the arc.
Wasn't that the game that Braun had 9? Didn't he have 9 of those 12 in that basketball game? He was. I'm pretty sure that's what he set the school record in, but they've been pointing to shut him down tonight. Everyone's the WAC preseason player of the year was on a tear, averaging 20 points a game. So it won't be the last time he sees the head coach saying, we will not let Braun beat us. Make somebody else beat him. And they've had guys step up like Lumberg. I've been Freyer's been hot.
Yep. You know that when they begin conference play, they know all about Josh Braun. They're trying to shut him down.
They got 4 guys that double figures scoring. Labor's come in here in the second half. He's got himself 12 points. We mentioned the 14 Blumbergs and Freyer have, and little Casey Benson. He's a little quiet assassin out there. He's got 12 points.
Got Carr takes it from Matt Jackson. Carr, 5 for the game. Cross over to the left, back to Jackson. Goes down in the corner. Martin inside. Labor waits patiently. Oh, it doesn't go.
Labor's couldn't believe it. That's the easiest shot he's had all night long. All he had to do was just bang it off the backboard, but he got kind of confused whether he wanted to do a straight jump hook or use the glass.
Off of the foot of Nick Thomas.
But Martin's like, hey, I was just getting hot. Coach, don't take me out right now. I got the defense to stop. I wanted to try to get another 3 up on that scoreboard.
All 5 starters back in the game. It's remarkable how deep the bench is this season for GCU.
Yeah, it's been like that when we're broadcasting those games. I always used to wonder, okay, he had 2 options off that bench, and everything else was a big question mark. Now you got 10 guys he can watch.
Fresh leg sprayer, drives baseline, stops, pops.
Oh, it doesn't go. We haven't even seen Milstead tonight.
That's right.
That's another pretty good looking freshman.
Thomas. That's an out by Gare. Now, Lumberg slots 3. Short, but it's flat. Hit. 5-0 run the last minute and a half. For the Spartans, tipped by Frayer. Vernon, nice save from Lumberg. Also played by Vernon. Frayer drives. Out to the line.
That ball was probably going to be GCU's basketball. They would have had to inbound it. Spartans would have had a chance to set the defense. Keontae Vernon just grabs that ball and gets it back into one of his teammates, and now it's in the looks like kind of a mini break, secondary break situation. Frere gets fouled going to the hole. I was watching some little AU basketball on Saturday over on the west side, and the young player let a ball go out of bounds that he thought was going to be belonging to him. And another player from the other team came, made a great play, threw it back in. He watched it a second time go by him. And one of his team opposing players played the basket and said, you never want to take the ball that you can grab and let an official make a call. Always go make a play on the basketball. Let the official sort out the rest of the game.
And we love to see hustle. Lumber's second up, Lumberg. We're getting to the line.
Now, if the Lobes can hold on to this advantage in this basketball game, how much better is that stuffing, turkey, and mashed potatoes and gravy going to taste on Thursday if you're the Lobes off to a 4-0 start? Everybody contributing, playing well, moving the basketball, getting assists, getting boards, breaking charges. Whole team effort these first 4 games.
They get with his first point. Hard to believe. Averaging 13.3 points per game. Second only to Pitt.
Okay, let's go. It's Anthony shoots for that game down in San Diego. He could not get going that. We'll have something to do with that too.
Lumberg, bounce pass wrong. Traveling wrong. Wow, a little bit of yapping going on.
We got a technical on Josh
Robinson.
Well, something kind of happened after the whistle between Braun and Robinson. I don't know if Robinson pushed him down or if he just landed on his foot and he slipped down, but not one hand on none of it. He took objection to it. I think he said something about Robinson's mama. Robinson didn't like that. Well, yeah, so Robinson just kind of smacks at the ball. And Josh Braun said, hey, there's no need for that.
Frayer actually got called. Probably in support of his teammate. Thomas. 0 for 1.
We used to have to run for technicals in college. You got a technical the next day of practice. Everybody on the line. Coach will make you run.
Hey, under 6 to go. Takes it back from Whitley. Bouguet. Whitley. In the corner, Pitt looks for 3. Off the mark. Lumberg. Benson.
Let's slow their attack down just a little bit here. Last 4 possessions.
Lumberg. They got a hand on it. Low pass to burn it out. How about a sweet feed from Casey Benson?
Oh, like he was skimming stones. I was still appalled the way he flipped that ball down.
Travel on Whitley.
Travel is the ball. Let's go back to this one more time. See, all the defenders' arms are up high above their wingspan. He just skims that ball by 4 green shirts. Right on the money to Vernon, who flips it in the basket. Vernon says, thank you very much.
back and forth between the two teams. Long. Long for Frere. Burnett. Benson. A little zone defense here. Had to refuse a look. Frere wanted it. And he got it. But refused no more. Moving around the perimeter. Find the hot guy. Frere's done a nice job out there behind that. Hart knocks down the score three of the night. I won't say that's a career high in threes for Oscar Frere. Team record. 3-pointers tonight. Tipped out. Blumberg. Benson. 13 threes. Benson over top. Casey Benson. Give a big assist. Even though it wouldn't register as one to Blumberg. He set a man-sized pick right out here at the half-court stripe. His man wasn't up calling out the screen, and Benson's defender went right to the ground.
Oh, Whitley put the afterburners on, left the paper trail around Braun, but no shot. Benson, a man on a mission. Braun, Blumberg pulls down. Fair ball, over to Braun, pulls down the three. They all want it. Long down.
Double high screen for Benson to come out and operate.
Driving underhand, doesn't go. Burbantown can't pick it up.
I like that play. It's apparent that Benson's more comfortable going to his right hand than the lefty is actually going to his left. They run that double drag across the top when he goes to his right.
Oh, GCU, 81-56 over Norfolk State.
Keep it right here. 3:19 to go.
I'm Dewey, a student here at GCU studying communications. My dad graduated from GCU in 2009, and he is definitely bleeding purple. He loves GCU to the max. And me choosing to follow in his footsteps was the best idea I could have chosen. I absolutely love sports, playing them and watching them, and I could talk about them all day. GCU has made it possible for me to pursue my passion of becoming a sports broadcaster. The program they had here and the direction it could take me was exactly what I wanted and what I needed. Knowing that I could talk to a professor or a counselor about literally anything that has to do with my academia or even just my personal life was encouraging and exciting to know. The friends and the roommates that I've had in the last 3 years have made my quality of life 1,000 times better. I am a GCU Low, and I will forever always be one.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
It is electric with just over 3 minutes to go. GCU on top of Norfolk State, 81-56 right now. And guys, we've been talking a lot about the bench production. I think we've really seen a lot of guys step it up tonight. And I imagine that with a strong bench and this depth, you're probably seeing a result of what's happening at practice. I imagine, Scott, you can chime in on this from a player perspective, but when your whole team is this strong, you're getting good workouts in and going up against your teammates. You're really getting ready for that game action. But we know the Lopes, they've been trying to come out here and put two halves together. And one thing we've seen is that when they come out in the second half and they have a lead, they sometimes, human nature, let off the gas pedal. But tonight, despite that slow start in the first, Scott, are you seeing that this team kept the intensity in the second half?
Yes, absolutely they have, Kate. There's been a really nice job by Coach Smalley keeping his team focused in the locker room with a large lead at the half. Knowing they got a holiday break coming up would be very easy for them to come out lackadaisical, go through the motions. But they instead extended their lead, pushed it out over the 20-point plateau, and have never really let the Spartans get closer to 17 points in the second half. I mean, they had 14 points in the first 10 minutes of action. We've had 67 points in the last 27 minutes of action, and it doesn't seem like it's going to let up anytime soon.
Well, 7-10 from the arc this half. An 8-0 run over the last 2 minutes, 2 seconds. One end of a 1-and-1. Hit connects. Leading scorer inching his way up. 12 points. Heard it inbounds, Casey Benson. The bench certainly responded, 21-16 outscoring the Spartans. This GCU. I don't think they heard me talk about the break there, but
well, that is how you finish a playoff.
8 assists for Casey Benson. Robinson trying trying to turn quickly. Bungay to Thomas for three. Short. Rebound picked up. Garrison Jr. good hustle. Hit floater. Not going to find the bucket. Back to Benson and Braun. Looking inside. Finds Vernon. Top. Key. Turning. Floater. Off the backboard. Doesn't go. Under 2 minutes to go. Bungay. Off the glass. That doesn't drop. Vernon with the rebound. Loose ball. Careful. Rayer picks it up. Lopes on their way to begin the season. A perfect 4-0. Lumbers. Braun for three. Lumbers with a big rebound. Vernon off the glass.
How about that? He just shuffles that ball with precision. That's not easy for any player to do down in that post, let alone a young big freshman.
Thomas. Top of the key. Pulled down by Lumbers.
Lumbers have a whale of a game. Give them now 7 boards with 6 assists and 14 points.
Back out to Braun.
I think that correction on those rebound totals for Lumbers. He's now got 8 rebounds. The freshman almost got a double-double. Almost. That was 4th game of the season.
Jackson in the corner, quickly Frazier. Shot clock violation.
One of the few mistakes they've had here in the second half. I can't remember very many turnovers, and I don't know if that's even that bad a mistake because you don't want Keontae Vernon to shoot a 20-footer, and Frazier's going to realize that the shot clock is about to expire and get it up on the glass.
About a 6-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Hold on, Vernon is going to take a seat with 5. Labor to come in.
The ball coached him up a little bit. A little surprised with 25 seconds and the guy out there behind the 3-point line, and he would pick up his 5th foul of the game and foul out of this game. But nice work. His team going to get the win. He played hard. He got himself 9 points in the game.
Whitley, 17 points, leading the Spartans is Whitley, Stephen Whitley.
Okay. They got 3 players in double figures. Both got 4 players in double figures. Some balanced scoring out here tonight. Flair, he's got 19. He had himself a basketball game. A couple steals, a couple big rebounds, a couple big dunks.
15 on the game clock. Braun just throwing home. That's it. Lopes with it. Perfect 4-0 to begin the season. 85-60 the final score. As the Lopes continue their perfect stretch here to begin the season.
Coach Ball would be happy with his effort once again defensively. Really frustrating these Spartans in that first half. 32% shooting. They got hot in that second half where they hit 8 shots in a row. But even then, the Lopes were matching a bucket for bucket or getting to the free throw line themselves.
We'll step aside for a moment. Be back with head coach Dan Marley's post-game press conference. Then longer will be joined by Paul Coral as we discuss the Lopes 85-60 the final scores. And they're perfect 4-0 to begin the season. Stick around.
Our company is the Comfortpedic Inc. We're a local mattress company here. It's a small family business that my dad started. Now we are providing the dorm mattresses to the most recent dorms here at GCU. One of my professors was a professor for my junior year, Paul Waterman. He was the one that started everything. Without him, this wouldn't have been possible. I came up with a short presentation, a very quick business pitch. I presented Dr. Gibb with my company history, and he loved it. So first we started with the hotel mattresses. Brett Gorwhite was very helpful, and everything ran smoothly. From there, we began with the dorm mattresses. We asked them what exactly they were looking for in a dorm mattress, and that's when we started to come up with a prototype. We brought in one of the mattresses that GCU currently has. We opened it up. We saw where they needed improvement and what we could do best to maximize a better prototype, and we came up with the mattresses that we have now, and after that everything ran pretty smoothly, thankfully. you can see the community thriving along with GCU. And just the fact that GCU was willing to buy locally from a company that's only 10 minutes away, you can tell that they really want the community to grow with them. I'm very proud to say I'm a Lope, and I tell it to everyone, like, go to GCU, Lope's up. I'm very, very proud.
$85-60 the final score. Take a look at our final stats. Field goal percentage, 49%. Three-pointers, 14 and 26. Just to check now, 14 is the D1 mark. They tied that. Checking the stat sheet, 15 was the record by the Lopes back in 1994. Wanted to correct that as well. Turnovers, how about that? Yeah, Scott Williams pointed out 11. Yeah, second chance points, 12-0.
Much better job taking care of the basketball tonight. I don't hardly remember but one or two turnovers in the entire second half. I know they had that little 30-second violation, but for the most part, they took care of the basketball and they took care of the Spartans.
Casey Benson, 15 points, 8 assists, 14 points in the game for Robert Blumbergs, who almost, as you mentioned during the course of the game, almost had a double-double, as did Casey.
I'm impressed by the young freshman. He was really struggling to find his outside shot. He started the season 0 for 5, and most of those weren't even close. And he has the confidence to continue to stroke it from the outside. The first one he took was a good 3-4 feet from behind the line. So that's not really the way you want to get to go. Like, no, and yes, as it splashed through the net. And then he was off and running after that one.
Player of the game, we've got to give it to Oscar Freire. 19 points in the game, chipped in with 6 boards.
Yeah, he was very aggressive in this basketball game. I love the way he uses his energy and his quickness to beat defenders down the floor. And Casey Benson's been a real help finding him out there on the perimeter. And whenever he is being aggressive defensively, good things happen for the Lopes on the other end as he took that one hard to the rack. I love the way this young kid gets up and then detonates above the rim.
19 points, 4 of 6 from the arc, 6 rebounds for the sophomore from Oakland, California, Oscar Freire. These leads for GCU in these first 4 games that they have won to begin the season have really enabled Coach Marley to get everybody involved, building their confidence, getting them minutes. You can't lose when you're on the court. You got to see game action, right? You got to see repetitions. You got to allow them to make a mistake or two, and they have those margins and those leads to allow that.
Well, we've been kind of on them about the high turnover totals, but a lot of that has to do because they are playing so many people that are seeing a lot of action for the first time. So you can expect a couple more turnovers per game. Yeah, there's a bit excessive. There's no doubt about that. But as they get repetitions, as they get some confidence with one another and learn each other's games, we're going to start seeing those totals drop down. If they could get 11 every night, that would be fantastic. I don't think that's going to happen, but you'd like to see them right in that 13 to 14 range.
We revisit your 3 keys to the game tonight, all with that Thanksgiving theme.
Yeah, Pastor Matt, potatoes and gravy. They're doing a really good job keeping that number, super high, 21 tonight. Wonderful. They pounded the glass, and Coach Marley's thankful and grateful the way his team gets after it, rebounds the basketball. And I love this one right here. We wanted the wishbone to be able to apply the pressure to the Spartans, and they certainly did, and they really held them to a low percentage in that first half, just 32% shooting, and they created 17 turnovers, but they got a gain of points off of turnovers, 20 at my last count.
So the turnovers cut way down. Rebounding, the Norfolk State Spartans came into the game out rebounding, albeit now they're 0-4, but they had out-rebounded their opponents out to that 0-3 mark. This is the first time they were out-rebounded, and Lopes do a really good job. We saw Blumberg stepping up, not only on the glass, but he put in some points as well. The kid can play.
The kid can play. Coach Marley has found himself a good one. That's why he's getting started. He's doing a nice job. Like I said, this one here, that's been 3 feet from behind the arc. That's one from Benson. I love it when these guys start doing that high-low basketball passing, the big man basketball passing. That's just a pick and a pop for a big guy that can step out from behind the 3-point range. Is just a lethal combination. Hard for Biggs to figure out where this kid's going to be, if he's going to roll hard to the basket or if he's going to space the floor.
And Marley keeps putting him into the starting lineup. He really knows what he has with Blumbergs. It just needs a little time to develop. He's going to be a fun player to watch develop, get bigger, along with Labor to fine-tune their games.
Yeah.
They're going to be forced.
When you say bigger, you mean more muscle. Yeah. I think with an extra 15, 20 pounds that the strength and conditioning coach could put on him, where he can still keep his outside touch, it's going to be a massive addition to his game.
The competition internally as well with these players, it's got to be really nice to fuel playing time.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a camaraderie spirit that's infectious amongst the team in different positions, whether it be that guard position with Milstead, Shaq Carr, and Casey Benson going at each other and getting better at reps, or the bigs down low, Kerwin Smith, Labors, Blumbergs, all fighting for time. Matt Jackson, throwing him in there. You got a lot of bigs down there all fighting for action. It's going to make them all better when it comes to practice.
As we mentioned, they tied a D1 mark, 14 3-pointers tonight, just short of their 3-point mark. As they were raining from the arc tonight.
Well, how often they get three-pointers without anybody within 5-6 feet of them when they catch the basketball and they get clean looks at the three? That's because they're moving the basketball really good in rotation. The ball's always going to move faster than the defense, and they're slow to recover, especially after they've logged a few minutes. And the Lobes just continue to work that ball around the perimeter, but they do it in a number of different ways, whether it's swing pass on the perimeter, penetration pitch, drop it down low, inside, and then the kick-out pass back out to somebody on the perimeter. They all pass the ball extremely well where you catch the basketball and have a chance to go in and shoot it with rhythm. It's not outside the body, it's not down by their toes, not up over their head. Coach Marley and the assistants doing a nice job making sure their precisions.
All right, they limited the turnovers. 4-0. They're going to be taking on a now undefeated San Diego team coming in on Saturday. What do they need to do?
Well, I think they enjoy this one. They enjoy the break. They come back and get in that lab a couple times and work on the fundamentals of what they're doing on their switching defensively, because they have been choking off the middle, allowing very little drives to the basketball in the first half, allowing them to get off the quick starts.
All right, we'll send it into Kay Longworth and Paul Coro.
All right, thank you guys. Just tailoring off some of the things you've been talking about and throughout the game, but wow, we are seeing just how deep this GCU team is. Evidence of that tonight on the court.
Yeah, he keeps talking about whittling down the rotation, but it's hard when you get your big contributions from a guy like Kerwin Smith was the 11th guy on the floor, and that's when the game started turning. And now we're going to hear from Dan Martin.
I'm guessing he's pretty happy after what he said.
Wrap it up. Well, good win. I mean, 85-60, good win, but just not happy with the second half. I told our guys, if you want to be a good defensive team, you can't be a good defensive team for 20 minutes, which we were for the first half. And then the second half, I mean, they were shooting 67% at one time. And we locked them up at the last couple minutes and got it down to 52. So our guys, it's not good enough. They know that. The second unit, who's usually been pretty good for us, is bad. Came out and just stopped playing. Good things. Oscar played really well. Josh struggled tonight. Casey really well on the offensive end.